Hello, everybody. We need an intro thing. I'm not sure if this software can handle it, but we need an intro thing. Anyway, that's something else to figure out in the future. Hello, everybody. Welcome, June 4th, 2025, episode 218. At this point, the number doesn't matter anymore, I guess. We've been doing it for that long. But anyway, talking about Lego and their IPs. I made charts because I was noticing that the 4 sets that were announced this week were all IP based. And I started questioning how much IP does Lego actually make? Like how much of the I think you know what I'm saying. How many percentage of sets are actual IP based from Lego? So later on, when other people join, because hopefully they will, I will. I'll see. We'll make some bets from the people inside the chat or inside the actual chat. If you want to put a comment in, that's fine, but don't Google it. Don't try and figure it out. Just guess. But anyways, we'll repeat that a few times over the next few hour or so, whatever we get to talking about it. We'll get some guesses coming in, but yeah, so far no one's watching, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, okay. So it's been I want to say a quiet week, but I was getting a bunch of stuff done for my Bricklink store, which is currently closed due to the on again, off again Canada Post strike. I mean, it's not that they haven't started striking yet, but any day now they could strike, and it's like nothing's improving. Things are getting worse with the negotiations and crap. So I don't know. I'm not sure what will or when it will actually resolve itself. No idea if it resolves itself. Anyways, I did do some research this week for other carriers, and I'd rather go with a courier that's actually known enough and reliable, like things that we've used in every day or on and off throughout the days. So going through that research, it was shocking to see the price difference between a parcel being shipped with Canada Post versus a parcel being shipped with another carrier, like double, sometimes triple the price between them. So, I mean, Canada Post is the cheapest way to ship for us in Canada. And the bonus of being able to just do letter mail type things for small bits and pieces also makes it a heck of a lot cheaper. So yeah, just lots of research that was done this week. I also got back from Janie's and brought a bunch of inventory to put into my Lego store, my Bricklink store, which I have pictures of the numerous amount of sets I have added to my store. Again, still closed. I've been debating opening it just because I want to start selling stuff. But again, if Canada Post goes on strike tomorrow and I've got stuff in the mail, then it's just going to be sitting there, and I don't want people to have to wait for their stuff to arrive because it's not lost in transit, but stuck in transit. Anyway, 2 people watching right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, Lego's got a lot of IP stuff recently. The percentages surprised me, but at the same time, it was like, yeah, I kind of guessed it was something along those lines. So yeah, and hopefully David and Matt will join us. Maybe a few others. We'll see. But it's yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just looking at just making sure I actually have the right chat here, which sounds weird, but yeah, there's multiple listings in the software, and I was just realizing, did I open the right one? Which I did, so we're all good. Anyway, okay, so yeah, there's a bit of news to this week, as mentioned, and Matthew has joined. I'm just trying to add him in here. It's funny, he's black and white. Oh, he's there. Hey, Matt. And he's got I don't know what that is. Supposed to be a raindrop, gold raindrop.
It's an oil drop.
An oil drop.
For the Edmonton Oilers, the Stanley Cup Finals. I just finished the first period, just ended. So
that explains it. Yes, first game, right, tonight?
Yes, game 1.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining period.
Okay.
Penalties, 3 goals were scored. It's exciting.
Cool. Let's move this like this and this like this. Anyway, how's it going?
Good. My summer project was to build this like a brick flower bed in the front yard, and we are forecast to get 10 consecutive days of rain. So I was trying to get out there and get the brick positioned before the rain rolled in today. And I got it all laid out. There's a little bit of tweaking. There's a couple of spots where I need to go back and level it out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of high points and low points, but I got it all done, ran to the store, came back, and I was wearing these shorts that have very small pockets, and I'm sitting there, and I saw my headphones case was on the ground. And mind you, there's like dirt everywhere because I'm like digging in. And I couldn't find my wallet, and I was kind of freaking out, thinking, did I leave it in the parking lot at Home Depot? Or something? So, and Thomas, my husband, jokes that his superpower is he can find things that I can't find that I've lost. So I went and asked him to come out, and it was under the seat in the car. It had fallen out. But so
that's what happens when you wear short shorts. I mean, short pocket shorts.
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing the short. I put on the short shorts because like I'm down there working in the dirt. I wasn't expecting to go anywhere while wearing them, but I needed like 6 more bricks, so I just made this quick jump over to Home Depot, and I wasn't going to change clothes just to go to Home Depot. And anyway, so didn't have to replace all of my credit cards, which would have been extremely annoying.
Yes, for sure.
And got the brick into position. So yeah, it's a good day.
You ready for the rain now?
Yep, I got inside projects I can work on in the next 10 days. So I got the main outdoor project in a good spot to stop. So, if I get a couple, I need to go buy some potting soil and stuff like that to build up for the flowers that I'm going to plant. But if I can't get out there in the next 10 days, it's fine. I got the milestone done. So that was really good. And
cool.
Chatted with my neighbor who's also a Lego fan, and he was saying how he's been building. He bought a bunch of the Star Wars May the 4th sets, and he's into the MIDI scale. And he came over and chatted with me while I was sitting out there. So I was like, I need to have you come over and build with me because he's younger. He's a physician's assistant.
Okay.
And but he's a Lego fan, so he's come over and seen my Lego room and stuff like that. So he got into it when COVID hit, and he was at that point ICU nurse, and it was pretty intense. He's like, we were losing patients each week, and it was a tough thing. And he's like, I needed something to take my mind off of the stress. And so he got back into building Lego as an adult. So it's one of those people where COVID bumped him back into the hobby. So
Well,
how about you?
Well, I was at JD's till Friday.
Yep.
Came back late Friday afternoon. It's a 4.5. It was like a 3. If I go via Toronto and the highways, it's like a 3.5 hour drive. But coming back through back roads, which on a Friday evening, if I go through the highways, I'm just gonna get like massive traffic. So I went like kind of technically the more direct route, like across versus down and up. And it ends up being a 4+ hour drive.
Oof.
Which whatever, the car was thumping. So no, actually I was on the phone for probably 2.5 hours of that one. So no thumping on that point. But
have you ever seen the movie Office Space?
Years ago, yes.
The opening title sequence is this young, like white guy, and he's like in a beater car, and he's like in this traffic jam, and he's just like, I think he's listening to like rap, and he's like yelling these rap lyrics, and he's like, and all of a sudden he looks over, and like the guy in the car next to him is just looking at him, and he's like, he rolls the window up. I'm imagining Jeff Van Winnen out there.
Not really. No, I don't blast the music.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I'm just saying. It's not something I would do. I mean, I did once in a while. I'll turn it up because if it's a good song, but it's not like the speakers are blowing out the windows or anything, right?
Not yet.
But if we manage to get down south again, in 4 years from now or whatever, um, whatever comes first, I guess. I will definitely, if you're in the car, I'll turn up the music just because you're making fun of me all the time about blasting the music. So, but anyway.
Hey, I'm a pasty white guy. I'm making fun of my own, not being cool, being a middle-aged pudgy white guy. So I'm right there with you, buddy.
Yeah. I spent most of the weekend in adding new stock to my Bricklink store, which is currently closed due to the Canada Post is still running, but they're working to rules. So any day they could decide to strike completely.
So are they doing shorter hours, or they're just like it could drop at any moment thing?
Right now they're doing regular hours, but they are not doing overtime.
Got it.
So Canada Post had mandatory overtime for all their employees. If they want you to work your overtime, you have to. And I'm like, so I mean, technically every Christmas, these guys are probably working, like 10, 20 extra hours, maybe a week. I don't know, but potentially, right?
So I'm guessing then that the Canada Post probably needs at least some people to work overtime. So if they're not working overtime, things are getting delivered slowly.
Yeah, I mean they want to hire part-time staff as well, and I think their bargaining agreement doesn't necessarily allow that.
Got it.
It does, but there's certain rules.
Okay.
So it's just better for them to just do mandatory overtime for most of their employees. They also want to start working on Saturdays. They want to start delivering on Saturdays to keep up with the other companies that are doing that.
They don't do that in Canada?
UPS, FedEx, they do, but our postal system does not.
I didn't know that. So we get mail service on Saturdays and packages, and on Sundays we get packages only. So we actually get delivery on Sunday now.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I don't know how. I'm assuming the postal system is unionized in the States.
It is.
So they must have a much better relationship, like that they could add that in, or they have better. Who knows? Anyways, doesn't matter.
I think what happened, honestly, is that in the last collective bargaining agreement, the U.S. Postal Service said, "Look, the mail system is going from mail to a package delivery system. That's how we make our money, and we want to be able to compete with FedEx and UPS and Amazon Prime, which deliver on Sunday." And so I think they just negotiated that at least some of the. I know that the sorting centers are not open on Sundays, but the delivery drivers they do have package service.
So so
if you can't go to a post office and mail something on a Sunday, but you can have stuff delivered to you.
And here. Canada Post offices, the pure offices are closed on the weekends.
Okay.
The actual post offices, but most of our pharmacies, like our Shoppers Drug Mart chain here in Ontario, they have Canada Post inside, and they're open every day of the week. Okay. So I could drop off a package on Sunday afternoon, and it doesn't get out of the building until the Monday. But at least it's in the system already, right? Like at least it's sitting there.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. Anyway, so right now they're working to rule. And as far as I know, it sounds like they're at a standstill. Like Canada Post has given them the final offer, and they've rejected the final offer. And now Canada Post wants the union workers to vote on the final offer because the union has said no, we don't accept this. But they think if the actual workers vote, then maybe it's enough of a deal that they'll be okay with it. But anyways, there's a lot of political crap, or not political crap, but a lot of business crap going on.
We have classes on it. It's called like conflict resolution. Each at the bargaining table, like everyone's trying to get the best deal. I mean, that's just what you do. And so it's that normal bargaining.
Shane says he can't get in with his old antique devices. So okay, hey Shane, welcome. Jeff's here as well. Sorry, I wasn't on the chat tab. And I think I was going to say something else to that. I forget what I was going to say. What did you just mention? You were talking about
bargaining strategies.
Yeah, strategies. I don't know. I had something else to say to it, and I forgot what it was because then I realized I got distracted by chat. Uh, but yeah, anyways, it's a pain in the butt because I just want to list. But I literally like I this weekend I also was like, okay, I'll go to FedEx and I'll go to like online. I'll go to FedEx and I'll go to like UPS and Purolator, which is owned by Canada Post but not totally separate division. And I'll look at the prices.
Okay.
And you can get a business account and save up to 40, 50% for a certain period of time, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. I don't know if there's a contract involved that you have to be a customer for longer than that. But when I looked up the prices, they were like 2 to 3 times the price that it would cost me to ship something through Canada Post. So, I mean, Canada Post has had a loss every year for the last 7 years because they're so dirt cheap. But you know, like, so you would assume that they get more business because of that, and they probably do, but they're losing a lot of business because people aren't mailing stuff as much anymore.
So, and again, this is coming from the States, but I know in the U.S. Postal Service struggles to make money compared to FedEx.
Yeah.
But it's always cheaper for me to ship at U.S. mail.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason the U.S. Postal Service loses money is that by law, they have to have post offices in every small town in America.
Well, yeah, I mean, same.
And FedEx doesn't. So like if they truly privatized the U.S. Postal Service, they would close
a whole bunch of those locations.
Maybe 40% of all of these tiny little post offices. And it is a cost. And because it's a national service and not just a money-making.
Is it government owned?
Oh, yeah.
See, Canada Post here is not government owned as far as I know.
I mean, technically, it's a government-owned corporation, so it's supposed to be run, but like it's still government-owned.
Yeah. I don't know how that works, but anyway, Postal Service sucks. Let's just put it that way.
In the U.S., I mean, the Postal Service is literally like one of the things written in the U.S. Constitution. So there's a lot of law about the delivery of mail in the United States. Yeah. So it's quote unquote like semi-private, but it's not fully private.
Yeah, and Canada Post, like same thing. They deliver to every address in Canada, and they're the only company in the world or in Canada that delivers to every address in Canada by the laws of Canada, right? Like that's so. Anyway, yeah, it's. I know one of the other things they were talking about is they want to instead of going door to door, they want to put postal boxes in. Like in new subdivisions, you get a postal box by default these days. But they wanted to do this for many years. That they want to put postal boxes in each community, so that they don't have to deliver door to door. They can just have a guy go boom, 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 boom. That saves them time, saves them money.
Sure,
I'm all for it. I don't care. However, there's the people that are not able to travel or walk to their postal box type thing, right? Because they're in pain or whatever. Impaired. Yeah. That's a better word for it. So, I mean, those people
lazy. No.
Well, yeah, that could be it too. So those people are the ones that are, saying, well, this won't work for us. So in my brain, it was like, well, then have some kind of service that if you that you can sign up for to have your mail delivered once or twice a week to your door or something, right? Where they just batch it and just do it in a small, not daily or anyway. I don't work for the Postal Service, so my ideas don't really mean anything. Canada Post, if you're watching this, give me credit
Jeff.
At least. No,
he has ideas.
Sorry,
I said if Canada Post, if you're watching this, call Jeff. He has opinions.
I have opinions. Yes. You have my number. I'm a business customer, and in fact, PW Bricks is my anyways. And actually, that's funny because you were talking about in the past that you get notification when you get a mail delivered to you.
Yes, every morning.
Or when it's going to be. So I'm having a problem because we have that. I believe that exists in Canada because I do see it on their site, and I don't know if anybody in chat has this ability in Canada with Canada Post, but I think because I have a business account, I can't sign up for it. So I need to call them one day and do that, but obviously I'm not doing it right now. So
I will say that it's kind of revolution. I think it's called an expected delivery or informed delivery here. So I can get tracking. So like I ordered some flower bulbs, and so I can get a tracking code and I can specifically look up that item.
Yeah.
but they run all of the mail through, I assume, a machine that sorts, and it
Yeah.
scans the front of the
So
envelope.
even stuff that doesn't have tracking, you still know that you're going to get your phone bill is going to come in
Correct.
in 2 days. Okay.
So I know what's going to show up I know what to expect at the mailbox every single day if I click on that and take a look at it. And
Cool. Okay.
I can see and not only does it tell me what packages are coming today, it'll say expected in the next 1 to 2 days. And then it'll say this package has been mailed, but if it's more than 3 days out, like there's 3 categories. There's like, you're getting this today, you're getting this in the next 2 days, you're getting this in 3 or more days. So you can kind of see what's
in the pipeline.
It's nice.
So, and orders from Denmark, like Lego, when do you actually get to the notification of those? Is it once it enters the States?
I don't get any notification until it shows up like delivered in the next couple of days, and it'll say
once it's entered the States, then basically
after it's gone through customs, then it will show up as a package on the way. But until it gets through U.S. Customs, I have no idea.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just curious, like,
yeah,
if it came from the source already with like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that tech is great, and we'd love to have it. I don't know if Mr. Sincere is going to join us, but he did send us a little winky, sticky out tongue.
He might be watching the hockey as well.
Oh,
it's an intermission right now, though, so he could.
He has no excuse. It's not even. I mean, Florida and Edmonton. Yeah, I get it. Edmonton, Canada, got it. But still, no excuse. And Matt's in his living room watching the game. Is actually, I can see the reflection in his glasses. I think the game is on the big screen, and he's looking at it. So he's going to be watching it as well. Probably when I start doing the news, he'll zone out and which is
I'll be like, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you're up to date with all the news anyhow, but
yeah. Although, like, when you go through the news, like, I'm surprised every week there's at least one item where I'm like, oh, I missed that.
Yeah, fair enough. I did when I was at Janie's. We also went through a color theory on all the Classic Space minifigs.
Cool.
And I have that did not work the way I wanted it to. It was supposed to pop up over here. I have recolored 9 out of the 12 figs. I think there's 12. Anyways, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, 15 plus 3 babies. We've recolored. I added 3 and recolored most of them. Now, digitally, this does not look right. There's still some weird things, but I've added the gold. I've added the light blue, even though we don't have helmets or air tanks. I'm assuming they'll be there eventually. And I've added the turquoise. And I have to say, I really love the turquoise in color. I think it came out quite nice because it's got dark blue, dark green, as well as the turquoise. And then I think that's one of the azure colors in it. So I did a render of it, and I've figured out how many parts I have or how many parts I need. I did receive 3 Bricklink or 3 Lego orders in while I was away, or within the day of coming back. So I've got enough now of the 16 by 16 panels that probably would give Matt nightmares. I've got enough of these now to do a whole new row because I do have to add a row, and I technically have room for 3 more figures in the layout or in this display as time goes on. So yeah, I figured that out. The price is wrong, Matt. I have computer issues. Windows is updating stuff, and it's not going well.
Oh,
so there you go.
Doesn't he have a phone? I mean, come on, dude.
This is true. He does have a phone, and he obviously, because he's messaging us and watching us, probably on his phone, or maybe his TV.
There's some device where he's watching us.
Yeah. Agreed. So while I don't have the new figures yet because I haven't bought the set, I do have the mosaic figured out. I now need to order. I think it was about $100 worth of dots, which isn't too bad considering for directly from Shop at Home.
That's a lot better than the like $4,000 worth of dots I had to order.
Yeah. Now that being said, I maxed out the black dots. I like at $999. I haven't placed the order yet. Technically, I think I need about 1,600, but because I'm in my brain, because I'm adding some extra figures in, I might have enough to pull it off.
What color are you? Oh, it's probably a mix of colors, right?
Yeah, it's a mix of colors, and just it's actually not as bad as I thought. It's only, I think, about 13 different colors I need to get the parts
Okay.
for. And I am also in the new version, I'm not going to have the big planet that I had in the corner here, because the big planet was added because I had lots of blue dots and no black dots left. So I decided to not include that. Um, but yeah, so and like I said, we also recolored a lot of them after looking at the last picture I had and stuff, and looking at which one was and wasn't available. He's watching on his phone. You could actually just participate on your phone too, but
He's participate. Look, there's no singing, so it's okay.
Ooh, and no echo. That's a good point.
There's no bass. Yeah.
Good point. Huh. And it's funny because sarcastically, we could just not add him to the chat.
We have another goal. There's a fourth goal. The second period has started. So
second period is start. Okay, so who was before that? You never actually said what the score was. Spoilers. Mute your phone for a second.
Edmonton scored the first goal on like the very first shift or the second shift, but since then it's been all Florida, so it's not good for Canada.
3-1. Yeah. It's the first game, so
it is.
But and they're in Edmonton, right? Because I think
they are. The crowd was super pumped up. So
yeah,
gotcha. That was a terrific pass.
So, Mr. Sensier, I do want you to join, because I like when we get into talking about the news, I want some bets on what percentage of Lego sets are currently IP, what percentage of themes are IP. Don't look it up. Don't Google it. I want you in here guessing, because I did some charts. I did some pie charts, and after saying pie charts a few times today, I now want pie, and I didn't have any, and I'm sad. But it's probably a good idea I didn't have pie. So anyways, so what you've been gardening? You were saying this past week. Any Lego related stuff?
Oh, I finished all three of the helmets. The sets that came out during our Old Gray Bricks chat on Monday, I finished the last of the three new helmets, and I finished Chopper. So the next phase will be to bring them down to the Lego office or the Star Wars office and like rearrange stuff on the shelf and find homes for all the new helmets. There was kind of like an empty space at one end before, but we're getting close to now where that's like just helmets are going to fill like one entire row across. So
pizza.
I guess he's eating pizza and watching the hockey game. But, although I don't know if maybe he's not watching the hockey game. Maybe he's
He said you're wrong. He's waiting for his phone to restart. Pizza pie. Pizza pie.
Edmonton scored 3-2. Sorry. I'm sorry if anyone's watching this.
You know what? You're watching a Lego stream over a hockey game. I'm assuming you don't give up about hockey. Just saying. Or you're multitasking like everybody else that's watching or participating in this case.
The crowd goes wild.
So, gotcha. So yeah, the helmets and stuff. So I'll throw up some pictures here. I think I have the pictures right here, actually.
The other Lego thing that Thomas and I talked about, road trips for the summer, and we're definitely leaning towards going to Brick Fair, Virginia.
Okay.
I have until July 7th to commit and buy a ticket, but I started looking up like where to stay and make reservations and that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I had found this really affordable, very cheap place that was near Brick Fair, Virginia, but someone's already booked it for 2 of the 4 nights. But I found another place. It's not as close, so I'm going to have to drive, but it's kind of a semi-rural B&B. So if we do go, that would be the place I would book.
Gotcha. Jeff did buy pie tonight. I'm jealous now.
Ooh.
Anyways, I wouldn't mind a nice pecan pie, but at the same time, that's pure sugar, so probably not. So I filled up my car. I would say 2/3 of the back of my car with the seats down, full of Lego sets. Let's jump into this view. So just for purpose wise, all the Lego sets that I brought from Janie's filled up 2 whole tables. I think this is the other table. So I spent most of the weekend inventorying these. I also got like 700 or 900 1x10 Technic bricks from her. So that was fun to figure out and count. And I was just, as I was sorting. So, and I basically, this whole shelf used to be some of my sets that I've had in my inventory to build my backlog, and I added all of JD's sets, which I think is up to this picture. Is that right? Yeah, up to this picture is Janie's sets. And then I had a little bit of space left over, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll throw some of my sets in my store as well. So now I have this wall of sets that is going to be easy to find, thankfully. But it's going to be a bit of a pain to ship, but we'll see how that goes because I've never shipped big sets before. That's not true. I have, but and then my daffodil, no, my lilies, no, lilacs, no. What was that? What was that plant that we were talking about? I didn't know what they were. I forgot the name of it. We were talking about irises.
Yes.
My irises. Now these ones are looking pretty bad. So this is that picture that I had. I walked over earlier this week and noticed that the irises had bloomed and now they're starting to fall apart. So I think they bloomed probably while I was away. But there's that. And then the other thing I've been working on is my space layout. I got a bunch of bricks and pieces orders in. I didn't take pictures of them just because I didn't really think about it. I did open them all and sort them all out. So I should be able to continue my layout, but I've been not that motivated for the past few days. I was kind of blah. So, and I think part of it, no shipping. I think part of it is the fact that I'm would like to start selling stuff again, and just because it helps Janie out, and I've put some stuff in my store too, so why not help myself out and get some.
That's my rainy weather plans. Is I've got some action figure stuff I'm going to put on eBay, and I've got some hats that I decided I don't want to wear, and so I need to take photographs and post that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and I did while I was going through, I had a bunch of my poly bags to my store, and while I was going through poly bags, I realized that I in Brick, the Atlanta BrickCon, I think 2 years ago, I was walking around the aisles and I saw a poly bag that wasn't available yet in Canada, which was the Batman one.
Yeah.
This one here. So I bought one at $15 US, and then the next day I go to Target and they're sitting there for $5 US. So I ended up buying a second one. So I haven't added those to my store because I figured anything from 2023, 2024, I'm not adding yet, just because I don't think the value will be there for resale. But I did finally build the little Batman guy, which is cool because he has that plastic cape, which is pretty awesome. And I was trying to remember why I bought this set originally, but then I realized, oh yeah, because this cape is pretty cool. I had, I think I showed last week that the Speed Champion sets, the Suki car from Fast and Furious 2 had come out. So I did build that this weekend, but I have to say the color of the stickers, let me just full screen me here. Really? That did not work the way I wanted it to. The color of the stickers is pretty bright pink against the darker pink that is in here. These two are printed. The door one and this one are printed, obviously, but these ones are just, they do not match. And I did sticker the whole darn car because I think I wanted it to be stickered because it matches, the panel. It would look weird on the side, I think, if it only had those. But yeah, I'm pretty annoyed at Lego's color matching. Why can they not get a printer to print the right color of a Lego part? This, we see it with white, we see it with a bunch of the colors, right? You figured that would be something they'd be able to figure out. It's just it's a color number, right? It should be accurate. But anyways, Lego, do better. And if Mr. Sincere was here, he would also say that. But he's not here. He's there, but he's not here.
He's not video here.
He's not video here. Yes. And that's funny, but that's too bad because I did put a helicopter comment in the YouTube chat or in the YouTube listing. But anyways, I guess we'll start the news since Dave's not here yet. Before we start the news, Matt, what percentage of Lego sets do you think are IP? Ooh. Or let's say what percentage of Lego sets, and that's question one. Question two, what percentage of Lego themes are IP based? And this would include icon sets, which do have non-IP and IP that I would consider an icon sets as IP you know,
So-
it covers both.
So like the Van Gogh would be considered it's an icon.
Yeah, I did say. I mean, the art ones were kind of, but I figured, you know what, these are based on an actual property or an actual someone else's work. So yes. So what percentage of themes, and you can even break it down this way: what percentage of themes are pure IP, what percentage of themes are not IP, and what percentage of themes are
Yeah.
both. Like,
So I'm thinking
some
back to when I worked at the store, and
Yeah.
you know everything's in bays, and so you know obviously I would say the majority is IP. I mean, you've got the things that Lego owns would be Friends, Ninjago, City, and whatever like you know other theme. I would say 60% IP, 40% Lego properties.
All right.
That's
We'll
my
come back
guess.
to that.
That's my
All right.
guesstimate.
Okay.
How
We'll
about
come
you?
back to that in a little bit.
All
Maybe
right.
David,
It's
while
a-
you're trying to reboot your computer,
It's
is Ninjago IP? No, Ninjago would not be IP. Ninjago is a Lego property.
Yep.
So, and I mean, like I said, some of them, like City, I actually consider both because City does have F1 sets within the theme. So
Is
I've
that
kind of
really?
said,
Is that right?
yeah, they have some F1 related. They have some of the smaller, like the City built simpler race cars, actually have F1 trademark in the name.
So would Speed Champions as a theme would be considered 100% IP, correct?
Yeah,
'Cause
pretty
it's all
much, because
Ferrari and
yeah, everything is a brand name, even though it's not one theme. It's one that has multiple themes. Even Ideas technically is a both, because Ideas, some of the idea sets are IP based as well. So that's why I said there's technically three categories. Like City is in the both category because there is the F1 sets are in there. Technically, Duplo is a both because Duplo has an F1 set, and Duplo's had Jurassic Park sets. Now I'm looking at current year, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's
mean,
weird when you start looking at it that way.
and there's that there's been a couple Star Wars sets that's like the 4+ age range. I guess it's not
Those are still
technically
Star Wars,
Duplo. Yeah.
Yeah, those are still Star Wars themed.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we'll get into the numbers of that in a little bit. But just some things to think about. Let us jump lettuce. No, I had salad today. I don't need more lettuce. I want pie. This guy. And we'll go to this view, I think. And we'll start off some news. So there is some Lego ideas stuff this week. This one just came out. Oh no, this was like late last week. The Romulan. The Lego Star Trek Romulan Forum. No, Roman Forum. It's hit 10K. This is by Brickcar 13. The build is based on the ancient architecture, including the fountain in the center, surrounded by a Roman market. I don't know why Lego has not done Roman. When they've done castle, why have they not done Roman themes? I don't get it.
Yeah, because it's not an IP; it's a historical period, so they wouldn't have to pay anyone a license.
Exactly.
I would. I mean, I was a classics major, so like I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In general, but
yeah.
The only thing I would criticize is that's not really how Roman villas were structured. But,
granted, and are Lego castles how castles were structured? No,
they're not.
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't have big panel pieces that you just put in. It was all brick fill.
I mean the basic shape. So you see how this curves?
Yeah.
Roman villas were almost always very straight line, and they had like a peristyle. They had like an interior court with a. They do have the terracotta roof thing. That would be correct. The Piedmont is very Greek. This is like a mashup of like Greek and Roman elements. It's not. None of it is historically correct.
Okay, well, Matt, I'm merely saying that the Roman theme. Anyway.
But I would buy steampunk, and I would buy like a classics theme if Lego overran with it.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, next up, a vintage rotary phone, which I swear we've talked about numerous times about a rotary phone over the past months, and sure enough, here is an Ideas vintage rotary phone. This was built by Prehistoric Hamster 51. Coincidentally, this phone is prehistoric these days, so that makes sense. The build features a classic phone. It also has a functional rotary dial that automatically returns back to the original spot. That's cool. And there are no extra pictures for this because let's face it, it's a phone. You don't need to see the rest of it.
The only thing about this is I feel like the bottom front, it should be thicker.
Yeah.
At least the ones we had in the US, I felt like they were chunkier than what this model. Maybe it's a different, like we had the Bell.
Yeah, they're not the exact. Yeah, we had the Bell ones too, and they're not the exact. It's not the exact same, but I mean, it's the idea, I guess.
It's clearly a phone, but it doesn't quite look like the phone I grew up with as a kid.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, ours were black mainly, and this one's a white one. They did have the white ones, but it was mainly the black ones you got for free with your phone service. All right, another idea set. This one actually just came out today. The Hourglass. This is by Airbricks 95. The build features an old mechanical frame that also has a microscale castle detailing on the inside of the glass. So let's just read that again. The build features.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, it does. And here you can see. Oh, on the inside there is I see. There's a castle on the inside of the bubble of the dome, but there's no sand. So it would be cool if it could accept like 1x1 rounds or tiles or something.
Yes,
and you could just flip it over. Obviously, it wouldn't take a minute to go through, but that would be cool. Another score, another goal.
Edmonton's goalie just made a huge.
Yeah.
You mean Florida? I mean Florida's goalie. Sorry.
Florida's goalie just made a huge what?
No, they showed a replay of both ends. Each goalie made a really good save. Oh,
good save. Okay. And hi to Thomas, who can hear us. So hello.
Yes, he's watching. I'm very proud of him. He's like become knowledgeable enough now that he knows. Like, I mentioned that this rule, and he goes, "Yeah, I know that." I'm like, oh, that's right. He now knows he knows like most of the rules, and so he's become a.
The hockey rules. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Lego rules, and I'm like, Thomas hasn't finished bag 1 of his first set. Like, come on, Tom.
Oh, he heard that.
I know.
His ears are burning. He said today, yeah, I'm going to work on that again. Maybe he'll start working on it during the show so he can come over and be like, look, I did bag 2.
We're just kidding with you, of course. So you take your time, build it at when you want. It is relaxing, though. If you're ever stressed out, if Matt's driving you over the edge, you can either start building or just throw the bricks at him. It's your call.
He's tense because he's watching this hockey game.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, we'll stop bugging him. All right. Lego has also launched a new campaign today called She Built That. Now, I went to go watch this today, and I never got a chance to, but Lego has announced the newest ad campaign called She Built That, which I just said, which reimagines the Run DMC song It's Like That to celebrate girls' creativity. It features scratch sensation DJ Livia, drumming prodigy Nanji Bushell. I don't know who these people are. Vocalist Pink Oculus and Chinese alt pop icon Sicilian, who are part of the global girls crew who also rebuilt who has rebuilt the Run DMC song. So there's a video here. Oh, I can see they're all kids. Okay.
I have no idea who any of those people are.
It's muted, so yeah, I don't know either, but just throwing it through. So it looks like it's just they've redone the Run DMC video trying to promote girls building, because girls build better than some guys. Girls can build better than most guys.
Oh yeah, the woman who does the brick built flowers, she's amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm as soon as I think of that, I still think of I can't think of her name. The blonde lady from Lego Masters that was Emily's partner. And she built that chocolate shop years ago, and I can't think of her name right now, but that one just blew me away. And Janie, of course, as well. I have to mention Janie. She hasn't built in a while, but she's also a good builder. And considering that she might actually be watching us, I better say that. Jeff was also saying that phone could be European version.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Next up, we mentioned the other week that there was a Lego Ideas Build Your Nostalgia contest that the voting's been done, but the winner's announcement has been delayed. It was supposed to be announced today, so this was back in June 2nd, but the announcement will wait until next Friday, June 13th. because Lego needed a bit more time. I guess maybe they're having some IP related stuff because these are all IP sets. So there was like the Edward Scissorhands, the X-Files, the Fifth Element, Jumanji, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then Forrest Gump.
Are these idea sets or actual?
Well, no, these are like build. This is like an ideas contest to build and something that's nostalgic. Forrest Gump, Wallace and Gromit. It looks like there's multiple things because this actually says the next chapter.
Scroll down. What was that? Is that a hockey rink?
Yes, right, the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, it's pretty good. The net. They need a better net though. Like that's.
Well, yeah. Agreed.
Not great.
Yeah. But,
I helped a friend of mine in Atlanta work on a hockey net, and I think I could do better than that. But
anyways, so yeah, these will be revealed, or the winner will be announced on June 13th. So that's next Friday. My guess also is that maybe they're going to do a couple of them, and they just need to get their ducks in a row or something like that. Like maybe the vote was close enough that they need to do a couple, or that they might do 2 of them. Who knows?
Quack.
All right. Next up, the first collaboration of our night, Nike Air Max and Lego. They have revealed their collection, and I'm not really I didn't really read through this, but apparently there's a sorting box. Like I'm assuming this is the shoe box, but then they show pictures. So I'm going to read this for the first time. So earlier today being May 29th, Lego announced their initial product line for Lego X Nike collection. And Nike has revealed the Nike Air Max DN. It'll be available starting August 1st, although their site lists them as August 2nd, releasing at 7 a.m. Pacific for $155 US. It features the Air Max DN with Lego branding throughout the shoe, including on the air bubbles. Nike also lists them as big kid shoes, but hopefully they will come in adult sizes as well. So, again, I'm assuming this is the shoe box, but the shoebox becomes a sorting container or of sorts.
Storage, maybe?
I guess so, but I mean, the shoe obviously won't fit into 6 small compartments, so I'm assuming it's that. And then we have pictures of the actual shoe, which is a bright yellow Nike shoe. Again, with the Lego logo. It looks like it has a stud pattern on it. And then in the little bubbles here, there's some I don't know if they're actual bricks, but they're trying to get that bubble picture. Yeah. Oh no, it's minifig. Prints of the minifig and stuff.
I hadn't seen that detail before.
Yeah, and then some in here as well. So.
I mean, I bought the Adidas blue tone. It's kind of the classic space, and I also got the Adidas black. A friend of mine, I didn't want to pay full price because I'm cheap.
Yeah, I hear you.
But a friend of mine who is a veteran, they had this Veterans Day discount or something. Yeah. He's like, "Hey, do you want these shoes? I'm going to place an order and we can split the shipping." And I'm like, "Well, sure." At that point,
why not?
At 40% off or whatever it was, 40% off. Yeah, I'm on board with that. But I'm guessing these are going to be really pricey because you got to pay the Nike tax and the Lego
tax. Yeah. I mean, they're saying that these are going to be in the larger kid sizes, so who knows? Big kid shoes, so they might not even be an adult size.
Oh, well, that would kind of blow.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So along with this, Lego has also announced with their partnership a Lego Dunk, a Nike Dunk set, 1,180 pieces. So it's part of their multi-year partnership with Nike, including a new Lego set and experiences for the summer. The set's released in July 1st. It's called Nike Dunk. And it has 1,180 pieces. Will be retailing for $100 US. The set features a build of the iconic Nike Dunk along with the Dunk logo. So the Dunk is the shoe, I'm guessing. And a rotating basketball. It also includes an exclusive minifigure called B-Ball Head. Yes, I said that right.
I think the Adidas shoe looked better than this one.
Yeah, well, this one is segmented. Like, the laces are interchangeable, so they put the laces in the little toe cap area. The figure goes into the back of it. It looks like you have a place you can put your headphones inside, so it's like a storage area. And like I said, the basketball dude head minifigure. There will also be footwear and apparel that will go on sale August 1st. Again, August 2nd on their site. With the Nike Air Max Lego collection and the Nike Dunk Low X Lego collection. So there's another shoe for September 1st. No pictures yet on that one. I just realized they have like classic Space Guys, but they don't have the right. They have like Django's backpack on their back, or Boba's backpack, or Mandalorian backpacks. Anyways,
Outrageous,
crazy. Oh, here's the other style shoe. So we haven't actually had this announcement for this shoe, but obviously they've shown it in the pictures. In addition, Lego has announced that the women's NBA superstar A'ja Wilson has been named one of the inaugural global athletes joining the Nike partnership. So I don't know. Hopefully they do shoes for adults, because if I have a pair of the Adidas ones that are just the black one, but they've kind of got like the little blue and yellow and red areas on them. I don't need to have a bright yellow shoe, but I mean, I don't mind wearing a shoe that's Lego branded.
I typically save my Lego Adidas shoes for conventions. I'll wear them once in a while, or like if we're having an in-person Lego meetup, I'll wear the shoes to that. But the thing that concerns me, because I have the black and the blue color, that I would be worried about yellow getting scuffed and getting dirty. Much more than black and blue. I just feel like it would show any kind of damage very quickly.
Yeah. I ended up wearing the shoes daily for like 6 months, and now they're not as comfortable anymore, because I guess they weren't, I won't say they weren't the best quality shoe, but maybe I just wore the crap out of them. So I tend to have one pair of shoes until they start bugging my feet, and then I just buy a new pair of shoes, right? Versus having multiple shoes at any given time.
I have like 6 colors. I choose the color.
Yeah, like I ideally I should have a couple of pairs of shoes that I have running at the same time, but
I used to do what you did, which was just have a main pair I just ran with most of the time.
Yeah.
So now that I'm in the whole hat thing, I tend to decide what hat I'm wearing or something.
Fair enough. Speaking of heads and building the Star Wars heads, there's a new Miles Morales head for you.
Where's your head at?
Where's your head at? Miles Morales mask has been announced. This is for releasing July 1st. The set has 487 pieces and will retail for $69.99 US. The set will features a head bust of Miles Morales' version of Spider-Man, which is the black and red version. Looking at it, it looks very much like the Spider-Man version, like the red one, just a recolor, basically, which is cool. I mean, I do like the Miles Morales version of it, but, I'm not looking to buy that one at all. But that's the second IP that we've talked about tonight, obviously. First Nike, now Marvel, and still sticking in the Disney line, we also have the beautiful Cruella de Vil's car, which was announced. This is on my list to buy just because it's a nice looking little vehicle. I'm assuming you feel the same, Matt, but
cars are your version of the helicopter.
This is true, I guess.
It reminds me. So they used the balloon part for the front hub,
the rims,
wheel covers.
Yeah,
and they previously had done that in the Joker Mobile, which I bought the Joker Mobile because I thought it was a very attractive car.
Yeah.
I don't think this one necessarily get this one because I already have the Joker Mobile vehicle.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a sexy curve because in Lego it's hard to get that kind of rounded shape.
Yeah, and it matches cars from that era. Like they did have those really large rounded fenders and stuff, right? So Lego's revealed the new Disney set coming in September, Cruella de Vil's car. Released September 1st. Pre-orders are available today. Set is 387 pieces and will retail for $50 US. So you're paying the Disney tax. The set features the Panther DeVille from the 101 Dalmatians. Wow. It's like he was having computer problems or something.
Oh boy, brace for.
And now he's just keeping really still. There we go. What was that, Dave? Can you hear us? Yeah, I heard wet. No. Hello. Yes.
Hello. 1 2.
Hello. I think he's moving his mouth to not make noise, and then saying the occasional other. word. Obviously, he can hear us because he's giggling.
Yes.
We'll know when he starts singing, so it's okay.
No, we said no singing. Luckily,
Not singing in the rain.
well, it is raining. But I was going to say, luckily, the 101 Dalmatians don't have a theme song. At least not that I know of. Wow, I got through a lot of the news before you came. Anyways, so yeah, 101 Dalmatians also includes a minifigure of Cruella de Vil and one of the Dalmatians. They don't even bother to name the Dalmatian. Come on. What do you think of the
Well,
card?
it's one of the 101. So
Yeah, you could have 101 different names with it. So
No, but I mean, they were named. Like the main Dalmatians all had names. So I'm
not
assuming
the
this is-
101.
I'm
Well-
not that much of a Disney person. I would not have known.
Well, the only reason I know that is because they came out with the Dalmatian set that you could change the ears and the collar and stuff, and they said you can have it be this dog or this dog. And it had
Yes,
names
but
for
they
them, so-
didn't name the whole 101.
How do you know? Do you have the script? Do you have the? They probably did name them all.
He has children. He probably watched it last week or something.
You know, there's Dasher and Dancer and Comet and Vixen. I'm probably
Those are reindeers, Jeff.
I know, but eventually they would call them as they would make them the dog names as well. Anyways, so yeah, this car is coming out September 1st. And reindeer, yes, the reindeer set. They're obviously not a Dalmatian battle pack unless you want to buy 101 of that set. Just saying.
Dalmatian battle pack.
They should have a 10 Dalmatian battle pack, and then you'd buy 10 of those plus the one from the car, and you'd get your 101.
There you go. Lego, are you listening? I hope you are.
How many conventions is it going to take for somebody to do all 101 Dalmatians with the car?
I'm pretty sure someone's going to order like 100. Oh, that dog won't be available on Bricks and Pieces because it's Disney.
Good point.
Yeah, I don't know.
IP.
Anyways, okay. Before we continue on, Mr. Sincere,
Yes.
what percentage of Lego sets? What percentage of Lego themes are IP based, non-IP based, or both? What's your call?
Teams are sets.
Well, themes, and then we'll do sets as well.
Teams. Well, do you? Because I was listening earlier. Do you include like Lego ideas in that category?
Yeah, Lego ideas is the both category. So City, I've already said City has a couple of F1 sets, so those to me are both.
And they have NASA sets also.
In City?
Yes.
Well, okay, I'm talking about current sets. I was looking at current sets anyhow, but like 2025 sets, I should say. Just because I was able to pull that data. But anyways, yeah, what's the percentages that you think? So what percentage is IP? 100% IP?
I would say 50% of the teams are IP.
Or IP, okay. And how much? So that means how much are both then?
I would guess like another 25%, which brings
Okay.
it up to 75% of
the remaining 25 is just pure Lego brand.
Yeah.
Lego themes. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's my educated guess.
And Matt, you said 60-40. Was your 60 including
Yeah.
both category?
Yeah, roughly.
All
I'd say.
right. Okay.
What,
Anyways,
sorry, what was his comment? I got distracted by what was power play. But
Yeah, I figured. Dave said 50% theme or IP, 25% both, and 25% Lego IP.
I feel like the both is cheating.
Well, but because there are sets like Duplo has IP in it.
Second
Right?
period's over. We're going to the third after in a second intermission.
So we have Matt's attention for a few minutes now.
You do. You have my full attention for the next 15 minutes.
All right. So the other new theme that was announced today, well, I guess new theme. It's How to Train Your Dragon Toothless. Now I don't think I heard that there was a How to Train Your Dragon theme coming out.
See, now Thomas is listening, but there goes. I was, this would be his next Christmas Lego set.
I'm not listening. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, it's very.
There's a How to
cartoony.
Train Your Dragon Lego set coming out.
Oh my god.
See,
It's-
he just said, "Oh my
I heard.
god."
Oh my god! I heard. It's very more comic based, like not comic.
It's
book.
cartoony.
It's cartoony. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So Lego has revealed the new How to Train Your Dragon live action movie set with Toothless, released in July 1st. The set has 784 pieces and retail for $70. The build features a cute chibi version of Toothless, including its repaired tail fin. The set also includes his fish as well as his plasma blast. Oh, that's a fish. I was trying to figure out what that thing was. So I mean, it's adorable. I absolutely love it. But I'm like then now thinking, so are we going to actually have real How to Train Your Dragon sets? Like based on the characters, and like does that mean that we're gonna now have another theme that's full of dragons like Ninjago? Like
It'd be awesome.
yeah, sure it would be, but it's kind of interesting. Like I'm not sure. And now that
Yeah,
I
but
look at it, I see-
judging from that set, it's not minifig based. So
well, not no, but I mean they built a Stitch in this size, and then they've built a Lilo and Stitch house, right? So. This is just to get the people that love this to love it to buy the. This is like an adult collector type one, right? Because it's just adorbs, and I totally get it. But all right, so let's pause there for a minute, and we will go to the themes that are IP based. Let me just pull this up. So we'll see how close we are. So hold on, let me go here. So I'll make
you
it
want to
bigger.
see
I
the
basically.
pie chart? Give me
There's
some
this
Yeah, I got a pie chart. Theme pie.
I need to go get my pen that says I have a spreadsheet for that.
No, this is true. Yes. So yeah, what I basically did was I just went through all the themes, and obviously some of them are obvious Animal Crossing IP. Architecture actually isn't, because I mean, although they're buildings, to me that's not theme, that's not IP. But the art ones, yes, because in my mind, Van Gogh's, there's the dancing figure one.
There's Spider-Man. There's the
There's Spider-Man as well. Yeah, okay. That's why I was like I forgot
the
about
Batman
the Spider-Man
one. They're all in the art
yeah.
category.
Well, and again, I'm looking at current more than historical, but yes, you're right on that. Avatar, Batman, Bluey, Botanicals, like it goes on. Brickheads are all IP, even though they're not technically right, because every single Brickhead. I think there's only one or two sets in Brickheads over the history that was like
Chinese
build
New
your
Year.
own. Well, yeah, okay, fine. But then there was a few, build your own or build brick like me or brick me type ones. But City, because of F1, it is considered both.
It's
and
like 90.
I thought F1 was
I agree.
in the Speed Champions.
It is, but there is actually two F1 City theme sets. I'll pull it up.
Barely has anything.
I agree. So it's borderline, not so much, but shot by theme.
I mean, there's like that one Brickhead set that isn't IP, and then there's like that one Duplo set that is. So like they should just like counterbalance each other.
And sure, we could argue that. I mean, obviously, and people will argue it to get their to say, "See, I was right." But
I was right.
well, here
I
you
was
go.
right.
F1 driver with McLaren race car. So this is not a branded F1. It's a branded F1 set, but it is not an actual F1 company, or it's not an actual Ferrari or whatever. Well, actually, it is. It says McLaren right in it. Now that I realize that, this has the F1 logo on it, so technically it's themed. Anyways, but yeah, going through, there's a lot. Duplo, yes, because Duplo has F1 and it has Bluey and it has Disney. I'm like, what the heck? Not even Duplo is.
I may have to ask for an independent verification of your coding rule here because
Okay. Icons has Simpsons, the current Simpsons set that came out, Transformers, and a bunch of others. Ideas has Jaws, Disney, and Dungeons and Dragons.
True, yeah. But Jaws is like one set. Disney's more.
Agreed, and it doesn't technically have a Jaws logo on it or anything, but it also has the Dungeons and Dragons. So,
but it does make that sound.
Minifigures, even they have the F1 cars, the D&D, and then going back historically, we have Simpsons and Harry Potter. Right, Powered Up, which is this one's kind of mostly Technic and some train stuff. But it has like a motorized Audi vehicle. It has the Technic lever in it. So, I mean, this one could kind of go into the Technic category, but Technic still is IP as well because of the McLaren, the Fast and Furious cars, all the car companies that they've done Technic sets for. Anyway, so yeah, 57%. Okay, I didn't realize.
I win.
57% of Lego sets are IP based. Non-IP is about 23.8, and both is about 19%. So Mr. Sincere got pretty close with the 75%.
57. I said 60.
Yeah, but I said that I'd include the both, and you said yes. So no, because that's
Ooh,
anyways.
I think we should go to the. I want to appeal the verdict of this.
That's fine. You can do whatever you want, just not during my show. And then I also just did a quick.
See, just like in America, the judges are bought and they're not elected, and they
Yep.
impose their will to the people.
But I'm not American, so
We have to go to the Canadian Supreme Court if that exists. I don't know.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I don't know.
Anyways, I also quickly did a percentage of how many sets, like what out of all the Lego sets that are currently in 2025, what are the actual percentages of product? So how many sets are there in, Jurassic World has 1.9% of the sets, or Jurassic World Dreams is 2.5%. I think the biggest one was Technics 4. I think City's the biggest.
Star Wars is only 4.6%.
Yeah. City is 7.3.
Jeff, I think there's at least 3 colors you didn't use to make.
This is generated automatically by the system. So, Disney's 5%. Friends is actually a huge. Friends is almost as big as City at 7.1%.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see. And Duplo's 5.6%. There's a couple in here that don't have lines on them. I don't know what those are. But those are obviously too small to fit on the chart. But yeah, I was just kind of playing with. Honestly, I had finally figured out how to do pie charts in Excel, because I've never had to do that.
Congratulations.
But yeah, thanks. Which one did we say? City has 35 sets currently, and so that's all 2025 that is currently available. Sets from 2025. So that was my logic for it. And then Friends. Yeah, Friends has 34 sets. City has 35. So City is still the Lego's biggest theme, but I meant to break this then down by what's IP, what's not IP, and I just didn't get that far. But because technically the Speed Champions is 16 sets, but it would have been nice to actually say this individual set is IP and this individual set isn't, which is what I wanted to get to. Dave, I'm assuming you're watching the hockey game or something? Okay.
He's watching the replay because
you're praying. I wasn't sure, so.
Please, Lord.
Please, Lord, let it end.
Oilers need some prayers right now.
Please, Lord, no more spreadsheets. Anyways. All right. Next up,
Jeff, this is our brand. We do spreadsheets.
This is, yes. It's part of.
I went to a Lego chat and a spreadsheet broke out.
Next up, New Elementary has done some. I've got 4 or 5 articles from them from the past week. They did a quick review of the Simpsons Gift with Purchase, the living room. I haven't looked at any of these, but I'm assuming they're going to talk about what parts are new. Comparing the colors. Okay. Elements of interest. They have a Krusty Burger tile and the picture of the boat behind the couch. Surprisingly, there's also a sort of new piece in this set. So this one is an orange, but it's always been printed because Chopper's Head. I think this is Chopper's Head piece. You also get a few pieces that appeared only in a few sets. So not much in here. There is a Coral parts pack as well, though, at least for 1x4 bricks. 25
Where's Coral?
So Lego also, our New Elementary also gave us a list of the pick-a-brick that were added. So yesterday or the day before, there were some new elements added into bricks and pieces. These are sets from about 4 months ago. So not much. I think there's only about 30 pieces in total. But
is that nougat picture window frames, or is that brown? Because we've certainly had reddish brown. Is that medium nougat or something?
I'm checking right now for you. This is the service I provide for you.
Oh, that splash piece is in orange now.
There is a dark orange 1x3 or 2x3 window.
Ooh, dark.
There is a dark orange door. I think this is from the. I think it's from the
Green, lime green wands. That would do well with botanical stuff.
yeah, and dark orange. Yeah, so they're all dark orange, all the window frames. The wands, I think those are lime. Oh, bright
Yeah.
yellowish green.
That could definitely end up being useful in plant stuff.
So I think these are the ones from the Twinkly vampire movie Twilight set.
And the green upright clip would be really useful with plant stuff too.
Yeah. Agreed. Apparently we shouldn't do chat on hockey nights. I'm being sarcastic, of course, but and of interest, there's also this tile that has not been in any Lego set outside of the Vietnam factory set that was only given to Vietnam employees. So this little solar panel tile is exclusive. Like the only way you can get it, unless you manage to get that set, is to buy it here on Bricks and Pieces. And these are Canadian prices. Oh wow, it actually flipped it to the right language too, to the right country, which is awesome.
But problem is if you order something, is it gonna be delivered at least in Canada?
My last order, my May. What did I order? I think I ordered about May 20th, May 25th, and that order has been shipped. Canada Post is still running, so I'm hopeful, but it will get delivered eventually.
Eventually,
unless if they were to go under, that would just be horrible. Then all of our mail would never get to us. But let's just assume that won't happen. All right. There's also new sets.
No, it won't happen because it's owned by the government of Canada.
Well, yeah, but what are the new parts in the 2025 in the June sets? So we also have a list of all the parts that are brand new this year or in this release. Apparently, Darkstone train track. Oh, there's an updated version of the train track. Okay, I don't wonder what the update is, but anyway, we have a new what looks like a unicorn piece horn. Obviously, we have new dinosaur parts. Fluffy from Harry Potter is a new part.
Yum 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 yum
Oh,
yum.
that's the wing. And some new birds.
Hey hey.
Hey
Is that
hey.
hey,
Yeah, I
hey?
was gonna say that's hey hey. Yeah.
What?
Pretty much. The Duplo. No, those are not Duplo pandas. Oh, these are the pandas from the Friends sets. The horses from the Friends sets. We have the new wolf, or snow fox, as they're calling it, which is in the Arctic sets for City. We have a small dragon. Okay, that's what's the dragon? Mushu? Is that the dragon's name from? I think that's the name of the dragon from Moana. Not Moana. Mulan. I think that's right. We have
Mushu.
sorry,
Mushu
Yeah,
board?
Mushu.
yeah. There's the new bar with the half stud offset, the 6 long bar that we talked about last week.
Crooked bar.
The new small ladder piece that's from the Minecraft sets. We have a new macaroni element that's longer. It's a 45 degree, and I think it's 3 bricks high, 1 by 1. With 45
That's going to make
degree
if you snap those together, that's going to make a very large circumference circle.
Yeah, it does. They have done a review on it already. The ball pieces from the Pixar set, some airplane parts. Oh, a new container. I saw this the other day and no one mentioned it. There's a new flower pot, which is a 2x2 and 1 2/3 style that's in the Harry Potter sets. Some Duplo parts. We'll just scroll through that. Some energy effects. Gear. There's the new crutch in light gray, the bluey. So now we're getting into all the. Now we're getting into all the new heads and stuff. Hats. We'll scroll through this really quickly. Capes. I'm now hitting page down because new panels. There's a new quarter dome, 8x8 by 12 high. So there's a new large scale dome or quarter dome piece panel. Cone, I guess you could even say. There's also from the gumball machine, there's the 8x8 by 6 high rounded panel.
Perfect if your hockey rink has a square corner.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that solves that problem nicely, doesn't it? The new plant pieces that replace the old style ones that were a brick high with the very thin breakable stems. There's the new plate that's for the train track that helps derail things or trigger things. There's the Technic panel from the lamp. The new gumball pieces for the bubblegum pieces from the bubblegum machine. More Technic.
Which is a new dome.
Yes, there's a new chair piece. I don't know if I can get much bigger on that. A new 6-wide chair piece that has an offset for 2 minifigures to sit in it. Some juniorized vehicles. Oh, the new piece of train track that has that piece that allows you to trigger an action when the train goes by. There's a new derailing piece.
For Johnny Thunder to go down the zip line.
Yeah, something like that. There's a re-railing piece as well now. The airplane stairs piece that I know a few people are interested in that one. Obviously, Mr. Sancier, because the new boat hull, sails, more sails and wings. Oh, I heard about this piece. There's a new there's a new wheel that has a light blue axle in it that does not come out. It's molded in place. I forgot what set that has. I think that's it's like one of the juniorized style sets, but I forgot what it was. Let me just open the rebookable link here because I forgot what it was.
But that's going to be interesting if you're motorizing something.
Yeah, for sure. It's the RC's thing here because this is a 4+ set.
Cool.
Anyways, I was trying to remember what it was from. Oh, and it comes in a couple of colors too. So there's a warm gold version. New rim for a larger larger wheel hub. There's the new wheel hubs that are from Suki's car. A couple styles here. The big donut wheel for one of the friend sets that is a pinhole. We talked about that last week. The new windshield from Suki's car for Fast and Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. I almost thought that was a coffee pot, but I'm assuming that's Minecraft parrot, something like that.
It says animal body part.
Yeah, I thought it was a coffee machine at first.
It's a chicken parrot thing.
Yeah,
it says so right there.
I know that. I was able to read it. I was just there's the horse head in black for the toy horse. A bunch of dragon parts. Wings, bars and ladders.
Take these broken wings.
Ooh, there's the chain link fence. Again. The chain link window fence piece type thing is now available in black. Previously, I think it was only in dark gray, or was it metallic gray? I can't remember.
I thought it was light gray.
Yeah, light gray maybe. Okay. Bricks, new curves. New trans clear quarter 1x1. Interesting. These guys, which I actually got my first ones on in the Suki set for this piece.
I just had a couple of those in the Jago Fett.
Okay, yep. The corner elements. I'm still waiting for this guy in white. I think it finally comes. It's finally available, but not in bricks and pieces yet. Okay, let's just scroll down quicker. Dark. That's 2x6, like inverted slope in dark gray. Nice curvy slope in dark gray. The skateboard ramp from because we really need more of these pieces.
Oh yeah, we need that skateboard.
regular macaroni tile, macaroni bricks in tan and yellow. Chopper's head we already talked about. Oh, well, unprinted chopper's head, so it's more like cones. Do slopes.
It sounds like David's like tied and gagged and rolling on the floor when he did that. He was like,
That happened to me.
At
At the
thought
last
about it.
Bricomanie, I was
This is true.
taped up.
This is true. I've thought about doing that to him while he's in the chat because sometimes he starts singing randomly about weird things. But, anyways,
Hey, I
I
bring
still love him,
entertainment to this channel.
all right. Are we
You
almost
bring the
near end?
spreadsheet, I bring the entertainment.
Well, you can say that. Duplo.
And Matt
I'm
brings
getting,
up intelligent points.
I'm getting bored of this list, so I'm going through a lot quicker.
I bring the hats.
You
And
bring
the hats and the hockey knowledge. No, well, Matt. I guess Dave brings the hockey knowledge.
Yeah,
too.
Dave's got just as much hockey knowledge.
Okay, fine. The map knowledge.
No, Matt's better than me. I'm a Canadians fan's
Ooh,
primary.
what's this?
This cannot be settled by a contest of our knowledge of the Force.
Dark turquoise helmets and dark blue helmets and pearl gold helmets.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, you already knew they were coming out.
Not the pearl goal.
We're getting got a pearl gold minifigure in the.
Oh,
Rumble.
yeah, that's right.
Welcome to this week, Dave. I don't know what I was going to say. I didn't know how to say it. so-
Welcome to last week.
and then also the dark turquoise air tank, the dark blue air tank, and the gold air tank.
And you get an air tank. And you get
an
an
air tank. But light blue, you don't get either helmet or air tank.
Sorry.
But
You're
we'll get
just
to
going to
Force-
suffocate us.
And you have to find hands because they're pretty rare.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is it not? Is it?
They
Is
came
it
in
not
3
the,
CMFs. The doctor, the vet, the woman doctor, and one other set.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so
not-
if you're planning on getting some of the torsos, I highly suggest you get your hands first through
so it's not-
Bricklink or something like that because
It's not the same color as the Everyone is Awesome color blue. Because I have like a bunch of those characters, so I assumed I would just be that hand.
We placed a collective order in the States
For every hand of that color.
yesterday or the day before that because Dana messaged me and he's like, "Do you want hands?" I'm like, "Yes, I want some hands."
Dana,
Dana.
I'm jealous. So yeah, I didn't know what color it was, so I just assumed it was the color blue that I assumed it was. Obviously I'm wrong, and now I'm going to be having to scour for hands. I'm assuming at some point Lego will release a figure with that color hand again, and
Yeah, as soon as ours arrive, Lego will probably announce that.
well, exactly. Anyways, I'm just like I said, getting bored and just going through this list quickly to see if there's anything that catches my eye. I don't know if there's any more new pieces necessarily. Chains, rubber bands, supports, Technic elements. According to this, we're only halfway down the list, but I think there's a section in here that is stuff that we don't care about, like a different summary of stuff. Tiles.
hurry up because I'm gonna start singing.
So you're threatening me?
Yes.
Wow. All right, fine. But windscreens. Oh, I never did share this. Part of my Lego order last week that came in. I got like 10 of the Blacktron windscreens from the little support vehicle. So I'm happy about that. And I also got a cool Technic windscreen from one of the motorbikes. So it's got like the 3 Technic holes, but it's kind of a cool looking little shape.
Pretty.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I saw it and it kind of came in its own little paper bag. Okay, let's close that. All right, let's jump into. There's also reviews of the dinosaur sets or some of the helicopter based.
Yoo-hoo! Helicopters.
This piece in trans yellow was one I just got, but I'm not. I'm just scrolling through this quickly because we've already probably seen these parts in that last list. Some dark black or trans black parts, prints, rare pieces. So yeah, there's not even any Those were the first page picture with the trans black parts were all the new colors. These are all just rare. Okay, I'll close that one. And also, they did a review of the Tiger Art Lego sets and color new elements. They've got no, the set has no new elements, but there are 12 recolors. So there's the orange plates and curves. Obviously, lots of orange. And is this green or dark green? Green clips and bars.
He's not looking at the screen.
I saw you guys doing something on it. And just, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are looking really foolish right now, and I'm just anyway.
This is the content people tune in to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. The Japanese red maple bonsai tree. They also
Yes.
did a review here.
Yes.
And as mentioned, they have the new molded leaf.
Delicious.
Molded.
And they, as mentioned, they do a review here. Oh yeah, the tube. So this actually is a good set to get because you're going to get these tube pieces as well. 2x2 by 3-1. Yeah. So
Is it weird that there's those tiny little pinholes?
no, those are the injection. Oh, I'm assuming those are the injection molding points, but
why do? But like they do other things and they have a smooth finish.
Here, and there's I don't know.
And they're recessed. No, I'm
Yeah, like this one's recessed in here.
no the holes, the injection. I don't think they're injection holes. I think they're safety holes.
Oh, to let air out?
Yeah, if you swallow the piece,
Yeah, maybe.
like
Even though I'm
like-
assuming they're hollow all the way through.
We
but
have a tie. 3-3.
Okay. Good for you.
Go Oiler
Go
team.
Oilers!
Yeah, so Matt, there's your angle. Actually, it's the same as the larger macaroni piece.
Hey, macaroni.
Exact same angle.
Hey,
But
macaroni.
just this is too wide. This is one wide. Recolors. Rare
Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Ay.
Real experience. And then last but not least, the Bluey sets. They have all the figures.
Oh.
I don't know if there's actually any new parts. A new print.
Ooh.
Recolored. What was that? 2x14 dark pink plate. Rare pieces. And then there's the Bluey Beach car. So yeah, the car is a new mold. Oh, the car is a new mold because it now has room to be able to put the seat in. Again, here's where one of those molded Technic pin and wheel pieces exists. There is this new 6x6 plate with handles.
That's a wild looking piece.
Yeah, it's a juniorized set, so they've had to make it.
Oh.
And then, like as mentioned, the seat piece, which is actually kind of cool because it looks like it can go both ways based on.
I like that seat.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's.
They made that in light gray. That'd be a good like spaceship side panel part.
Yeah.
Or
Or
it could be a great interior for a Millennium Falcon.
yeah,
Yep.
a
Cockpit.
tan falcon.
So obviously they. Oh, and it does. You can. I was wondering if you could use these gaps to put studs in, which obviously you can. So you can go multiple ways. Gotta love New Elementary trying to figure out all the angles. There's a recolored treasure chest, some orange bricks that are recolored, reddish orange. Oh, more reddish orange.
Reddish
Interesting.
orange. Cool.
Yeah. I just assumed it was orange, but yeah, that whole car is reddish orange.
Ooh.
And then last but not least, that's it, actually. There's no last but not least. That is it. And no one in chat made any comments about sets, which is okay. I also looked up and saw there's only 3 people watching, and as I looked up, it went down to 2. So our viewership is
It's,
You know,
it's
well, all
it's
of
the
Canada's
spreadsheet.
watching it.
yeah. We are playing during a hockey game, so yeah, I guess that's.
I mean, it's not a hockey game; it's the
And-
hockey.
The hockey game.
I guess it's the only hockey, so therefore everybody is watching it. Oh, in like 2 weeks, all those hockey fans are gonna have nothing to watch till.
Well, we're gonna have the NHL draft.
Well, that'll give us a chance to
Are they
really work on
playing?
some amazing content.
And then there'll be the free agent.
See, which is like on
July
Canada
1st.
Day, isn't it? Isn't that always like July 1st?
It sounds like
July
you're just,
1st, yeah.
you're just coming up with excuses now. And
No,
I mean, technically, they can all go watch football or baseball. I mean, and basketball. Basketball. Is basketball started yet?
Or soccer, also
Soccer.
known as football.
Footy.
Oh, that reminds me. I haven't watched the latest Wrexham episode last week. Did I? No, I don't remember. Maybe I did because I wasn't here last week.
I
so-
started rewatching the Battlestar Galactica, the new version, because the old version, I didn't know that, but the old version only had one season with 21
okay.
episodes, and that's it.
Was that
And
right?
they leave you with like
I
not a
thought you-
cliffhanger, but it's like the series not done, but
Interesting. So it got
It's done.
canceled.
Yeah.
Just like my I'm pissed that they've canceled the Wheel of Time. After
really,
3 seasons. Yeah. they
I
canceled-
watched the first season, then I started watching the second season, and I
the
just
third
lost
season
interest.
is absolutely amazing. So continue through, just knowing that after the third season, you're not going to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo the whole thing because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was,
I rewatched it again. As season 3 started, I went back and rewatched all the episodes, like because there's not that many of them. But I did love the show, and I read the books when I was younger. So now I'm sad, and I'm hoping they can farm it out to another production company or another station or channel or streamer because it was good quality TV anyway. But yeah.
But on the bright side, in 2 days, there's a new season of Resident Alien that's dropping.
Oh, you know what? I haven't even watched the last season and a half.
Oh wow,
I don't know.
must-
I got it to the point where I wasn't that excited about it anymore. I wasn't that interested, but I want to go back and rewatch it. I just haven't had. it.
you have to go right back and rewatch
Yeah.
it because, I mean, Alan Tudyk is a
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
genius.
I love him as an actor and stuff. And like I said, I don't know what happened. Something in the storyline that just kind of went meh, and I don't remember what it was. I mean, I remember the whole octopus stuff, so I know it was after that. But
No, the octopus stuff is in the first season.
oh, is it really? Okay.
Yes,
I know I've watched most of the second season. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, Matt is enjoying his meal. I'm not going to say what it actually is out loud because
Is it Doritos?
You don't need to show us your nuts, Matt. I was trying to avoid
It's
using the word nut.
cashews.
Yeah.
I believe the cashews technically are not a nut.
Oh, okay. Are they a legume?
The legume.
Huh?
Are cashews a nut?
Yes.
I thought they weren't a nut.
Cashews are a nut.
Oh, it's peanuts. Peanuts are a legume, not a nut.
Yes, peanuts are a legume.
Okay.
So peanuts are not nuts, but cashews are.
Correct.
I just got him to talk about nuts for a minute and a half. So hey, my job's done.
If you want to talk about my nuts, I'll stand up.
No, it's quite all right. I'm assuming you're still. Well, hopefully you're still not wearing the short shorts where everything falls out.
We like short shorts. Da, da, da,
Good
da.
callback.
You're
We
welcome.
like short shorts.
It all loops back to the beginning. Anyways, should we call it a night?
Yes.
Oh, obviously people are wanting to watch the hockey game. All right.
No.
We will
Oh.
hopefully get some overtime. That'd be fun.
All right.
Extra
Anyway, good night, everybody. We will be back next week. Not sure what we'll talk about because we don't know what's going to get announced. Probably more IP stuff. But anyways, we'll talk to you later. Have a good night and see you next week.